I don't know if you know about this, but Superman recently renounced his American citizenship at the United Nations to protest American foreign policy. This is true. This was largely due to the agitation of Sky Hall.
Okay, well, I was asked to say stuff about the War Resisters League because this is a benefit for the War Resisters League, and so I'm going to get to that. I have a harmonica. This is not the harmonica that I wanted it to be, but Tuli was given a harmonica after he had a stroke, and he was obsessed with learning this song that he remembered from the Spanish Civil War, from the 30s, that really kind of a formative time for him, and he kept You know the song. And he was trying to remember. He could remember the song. He was trying to remember the words for it. So maybe you know the words. So I wanted to talk about that connection. He was living in just remembering all these struggles in the 20th century. All these times when people hoped for a different kind of social reality, and I don't know exactly when he became involved with the War Resisters League, but I know that he had he felt a deep connection with the people who were conscientious objectors during World War II, because he was again, even though in his community, the thing that you were supposed to do, if you were a good radical trot, would be to go join the imperialist war and fight the imperialist war against fascism and turn it into a class war. And but he wasn't up for that. And at some point he connected with the folks at WRL, the War Resisters League, and interestingly enough, 1923 was the year Tuli was born, also the year that Jesse Wallace Hewen started the War Resisters League. And also Interpol was created in 1923, and BBC was created in 1922, but the next year BBC Research was created for doing journalism. So all these things from the 20th century, bringing us into the 21st century. I think there are other people who know more about Tuli's work with the War Resisters League. There are people from the War Resisters League staff who are in the back of the room right now. My connection with Tuli was spending a lot of time with him in the last few years, and we talked a lot about politics. We talked a lot about the War Resisters League, and he really wanted people to understand that he is a a pacifist anarchist, and really what that means. And for him, the War Resisters League is an organization that has always been committed to those kinds of ideals and those kinds of principles of a society or a way that people can live that doesn't need violence to control people. And so I wanted to just bring us to this moment and just talk about a couple of things that the War Resisters League is doing right now, very briefly. Three major things: counter-recruitment, thinking about the reality that we live in now with a class-based society. The military relies on the draft, on the poverty draft. Not supporting GI resistance is another thing that the War Resisters League is doing. GI resistance, that's people in the military who are disobeying orders or resisting the status quo of the military. And so WRL is involved with supporting people in the military who are doing that kind of thing. There's also Support Iraq Veterans Against the War. There's a group that WRL is working with, and they have a campaign against redeployment of traumatized soldiers. Why, if you've already been traumatized in war, there's so much damage that's been done. So, non-redeployment of traumatized soldiers. And also, on-the-ground organizations in Iraq and Afghanistan. So, WRL has connections, and encourage all of you to look at resources from WRL to find out about all the good work that's happening by Iraqis and by Afghanis resisting war. So also, the 90th anniversary of WRL is coming up, which is also would be Tuli's 90th birthday. And if you want to think about a way to support the legacy of the kinds of things that Tuli really stands for, you could support War Resisters League or support the cause of resisting war. And I was going to do one more thing, but I think first I should probably check my my phone message. I have this phone message that keeps going. Sorry.
Please enter your password. First saved message sent Friday, December 11, 2009 at 4:45 p.m.
We live in a mystery. Pervo perfecto. I want you to put these down before I forget them again. We live in a mystery. Pervo perfecto. It's Tuli. Before I forget who I am. Hear you later. Thank you, Richard.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. Resave. Next message sent Friday, April 23rd, 2010 at 10:13 a.m.
Sky, it's me, Tuli. I want to record this while I'm still remembering it, and it's important to me. Well, these are proverbs and perverbs. The proverb is, a fool and his money are soon parted. A fool and his money are soon parted. I want to change it to the perverb. I want it to make the perverb a president with a capital P and his money are soon parted. A president with a capital P, and his money, no, a fool and his money are soon president. That's what a fool and his money are soon president with a capital P. All right, thank you. We'll talk again later tonight. Once more. A fool, so the proverb is, a fool and his money are soon parted. The perverb is, a fool and his money are soon president, with a capital P for president. Thank you, my dear. Hope all goes well with you. Later. Okay.
Sorry.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To hear more options, press 0.